Legendary Hoplite review. My fair review. Last time I played a tower defense game was probably in the previous decade. I used to play them a lot during mid-2000s. So I decided to play Legendary Hoplite, tower defense game with Greek mythology spiced up with some real-time action. Let's rate it properly, as it deserves. First section is the story. Not too much to say here, story is only there for the purpose of gameplay. This is the game about gameplay, after all. Now, what is the story about? It follows Dio, young hoplite, trying to defend his land from all the monsters in Greek mythology. The writing is light comedy, by the way, nothing special. You can tell there was no proper writer on the job here, but still there were some good jokes here and there during the campaign. 4 out of 10 for the story. Next section would be game bugs and optimization. For a new game, it's optimized to perfection. It works smooth, very low amount of bugs that are resolved with every next upcoming patch. Nothing game breaking, by the way, and developers are working hard on making this game even better than it is, and it's nearly perfect. Not a single crash, lag, frame drop. Now controls. Game supports both mouse and keyboard and a gamepad. It's best to be played on mouse and keyboard for now, until patch for pause when deploy arrives for the actual gamepad. Game is in a very good state for a new release. 9 out of 10 for game bugs and optimization. Next section would be game time. Took me 20 hours to beat the game, and it's 3 chapters on hard difficulty. The lower the difficulty, the less time it will take, of course. Replay value is there. Plenty of side quests and goals to achieve here. 100% completion rate is probably around 30 hours or so. New chapters, new game plus and endgame content are coming out as well during 2024, so we're easily looking at around possible 100 hours of content once all the DLCs are out, of course. Price is only 13 bucks. Very cheap game for a new game. 9 out of 10 for the game time. Next section would be game difficulty. Depends on the difficulty, but it is a hard game. There are plenty of difficulties to pick from. You will need to learn the game no matter what. Its mechanics, enemies, patterns, and of course the bosses. It was quite challenging to finish this one. 9 out of 10 for the game difficulty. Next section would be maps and graphics. 3 chapters with around 9 map varieties in total. Yes, the game needs more content and it will arrive in 2024. As far as graphics go, they are crisp and crystal clear. UI is the thing I like the most in this segment. It's large, visible, clear, and precise. 7 out of 10 for maps and graphics. Next section will be gameplay, the most important part of every game, especially for this game. It's a success in terms of gameplay, a huge success. That's what video games are for, after all, gameplay and interaction with a player. This game offers non-stop interaction no matter what you do. It doesn't waste your time at all. On the contrary, it values your time. Now, what is the gameplay about? It's tower defense, but with a spice of real-time action where you can control your hoplite and deal damage to enemies with variety of weapons and skills. Auto attack is there, and skills are of course on cooldowns. You will build your defenses and you will fight wave after wave of incoming Greek mythology monsters. It's fun, it's really fun and addictive. One of those can't stop playing games. Base is there, and all this game needs right now is a bunch of new DLCs and game content and fresh content. 9 out of 10 for the gameplay. Next section would be leveling and itemization. So you can upgrade your hero with bunch of passives and actives through points and itemization. Every item has unique skill and bunch of stats, from crits to attacks, attack speed, and so on. You can also upgrade your defenses. There are a bunch of them to upgrade with multiple combos. Upgrade costs coin, of course, that you will get by completing maps. This game includes common items, uncommon items, rare items, legendary items, and arcana items, or better to say, sets. Main problem with itemization is the lack of content. You will never acquire full sets in the current version of the game. you finish the game with a feeling like it's 50% of the game, which it is, by the way. Bestiary is also included in the game, as well as achievements. 7 out of 10 for leveling and itemization. Next section would be NPCs and enemies. NPCs are your generals, basically. They warn you about the next encounters. Nothing special here, to be honest. Enemies, on the other hand, are amazing. Huge enemy variety with plenty of bosses with unique mechanics. I can easily say that boss fights are innovative as it gets for a tower defense game. I don't want to spoil anything further though. 8 out of 10 for NPCs and enemies. Next section would be music and sound. Mix of Greek music and metal, believe it or not. I loved it. Sound effects are fine and there is zero voice acting, but truth to be told, this game doesn't need voice acting at all. 9 out of 10 for music and sound. Final verdict. We got 9 sections with 71 points, and that would be 7.8 out of 10 for Legendary Hoplite. Very good tower defense game that lacks content only. Once this game receives its DLCs that will include new game plus, new chapters, new bosses and enemies, new items, a blacksmith, weather changes on maps, new chapters, and endgame content with full gamepad pause when deploy support, we're easily looking at 8.5 out of 10 tower defense game. That would be the potential score for the Legendary Hoplite. Now, should you wait for the perfect version of the game or just play it? It's up to you. You can buy the game and support the devs because this game is really worth it and it's very cheap, and then decide when you wanna play it. But make sure that you do, because it really offers gameplay only, fun and challenge, nothing else. It doesn't wanna be anything else, it's a video game. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.